Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the February 20th zoning board hearing. This is a special hearing for a 40B development being proposed. I'll read the application. This is on the application of Limited Dividend Affiliate of WP East Acquisitions LLC, 1 Hartford Place, 3rd floor, Suite 300, Lexington, Mass. And this is for a comprehensive permit pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 40B, in relation to a 7.88 parcel of land, more or less located on the northerly side of East Main Street, known and numbered as 190 East Main Street in Milford. Petitioner proposes to develop and construct a 200-unit residential complex and 4 four-story residential buildings and related structures, which buildings will include a mix of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom units. The development will contain the requisite number of low to moderate income units. Project eligibility letter was issued by Mass Housing in relation to this site on September 5th. All copies, of course, can be are on file at the town clerk's office. So with that, on the board tonight will be the 4 remaining full-time members, and the first alternate will be Mr. Capizzulo for the hearings. With that, I just wanted to, I'm going to briefly turn this over to Jerry because we've got to get some notices going here, so I'll turn it over to Jerry to provide that type of notice.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Each of you have, I left a copy of what I drafted as a notice, very, very similar to the notices that we provided on the last 3 cases. But what is different in this case, and as it's laid out in the notice itself, at the time in the last 3, when we, the last 3 proceedings that are still ongoing, we were, under the rules, we were at 9.5%. We believe we maybe had an argument that we were over that, but under the rules, we're at 9.5%. Now, the Stone Ridge 2, 260-unit complex, having pulled its building permits, prior to this applicant applying, we were at approximately 11.5% when you add that in. So this time, there's no question, you need to give this notice so that if somewhere down the road you do determine that enforcement of the zoning bylaws is consistent with local needs, you have to have that. You have to have given this notice within 15 days of opening the hearing. So you're doing it tonight. The notice is there, so that if sometime in the future you do make that decision, you have that ability to do that. So again, what I'd ask you to do is to vote to authorize the chairman to sign that notice and distribute it as we have to do under the rules.
Is there a motion? Motion by John, have the chairman execute this letter to provide to the applicant. Is there a second?
Dave, I'll give you the original.
Second by Mark. All those in favor? Mr. Pine, I didn't hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is unanimous. Thank you. I will date it today.
Second page. Nope, second page.
There you go.
We already dated today.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right.
So with that, I will turn it over to the applicant. Please state your name for the record.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Valerie Moore. I'm an attorney with Nutter, McLennan and Fish, here on behalf of the applicant, WP East Acquisitions, LLC. We understand that you've achieved the 10% and provided us with the notice. Under the regulations at 760 CMR 56.03, the board is still entitled to proceed with the full local hearing if the board is amenable. With the notice, the applicant is still willing to and would like to proceed to go forward to a full local hearing. Okay. We understand that you have 3 other 40Bs pending before you, and you're quite busy right now, and under the regulations that you'd like to stay in the proceeding until you've resolved some of the other 40Bs pending before you. We're amenable to that and happy to work with you to identify a date that works for you in the future once you've concluded hearing the other 40Bs before you.
Great, well, thank you, we appreciate that. Anybody care to be heard? No? Okay, so I'll need a motion.
Well, I'll give this to somebody can make that motion.
Yeah.
I'll give one to Melissa, so she'll have it.
Bobby can read it and do the motion.
I move that the board vote in accordance with 760 CMR 56.05, Section 3, to stay further proceedings in relation to the application of Limited Dividend Affiliate of WT East Acquisitions, LLC, for a comprehensive permit under GLC 40B upon the 7.89 acre parcel of land at 190 East Main Street. Said stay of further proceedings to continue until at least one of the 3 currently pending applications for comprehensive permits under said Chapter 40B has been completed through the filing of a decision in the office of the Milford Town Clerk.
With his motion on the table, do we have a second? Second by John Mastriani. All those in favor for the stay? That's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
his- Yes, Jerry, you have a question?
No, I have no questions. You're all set. I just would like-
It'll be a future date, we'll notify
Yeah,
them.
well,
of a future date.
when we get, once we get down the road, several months down the road, when we finish presumably one of the others and file it with the town clerk, at that point in time, we'll pick it up, schedule another date, and go forward so the applicant can make a full presentation and see what your board wants to do. I was just going to say, some of you took the hard copies of the applications at the last hearing. There's a few more right there.
More back here if you
Anybody
need
wants to
them.
grab one.
Please make sure you keep those and
Well, I sent them to you electronically anyway, so you have
that whole package.
the whole package. Yeah, I did.
Today?
No.
Oh, this was the
Couple weeks
original one,
ago.
yeah, a couple weeks ago. That I have, okay. All right, with that, otherwise, I think our business is done tonight. We don't have any other general terms or conditions. Do you have any notes for me to sign? So we're good. So with that, this is a quick meeting tonight, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by John to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Bob. All those in favor? Opposed? That is unanimous. Thank you, everyone. Sorry it's such a quick meeting. We'll see you next time. Good night.